if I might look or sound a little bit shitty, it's because I am a little bit shitty. I've been a little bit shitty all week. Okay. Quite a cough. Anthony Fauci must have done the service that he does and somehow found a way to make germs more deadly. Is there a more despicable human being this century than Anthony Fauci and the band of fucking people that he runs with? Anyway, but it was actually something that got me going in the morning today was his teammate, one of his buddies, as Donald Trump. And I haven't gotten it from the horse's mouth. Well, I saw a Facebook post, so I still need to check it. But nonetheless, this is an idea that I might almost forget to share. See, Donald Trump, I didn't vote for him in 2016 because I couldn't identify an ideology. What do you believe, man? I didn't vote for anybody. And, well, it became clear by the end of his presidency what that ideology was. It was, hey, if people have money, they're basically happy. I don't disagree with that. You gotta have places to spend the money and quality shit to exchange it for. So I'm all for that. That's American to me. So then in 2020, I did go that way. And I'm glad I did, because you saw what Biden did. Anyway, they walk us along in this inflation little by little. It's kind of like when Walmart says that you're saving something. I don't actually know if I actually see this anymore. Remember the smiley face? Dude, do you even see that shit at Walmart anymore? But yeah, they'll say that they've slashed the prices, but what they did was raise them first. And they slash it, and then they bring it to a level that was higher than where it originally was. They've inflated the price, but called it savings, you know. Well, I used to be concerned that the dollar could collapse. Because I remember around 2015, 2016, Venezuela went through its hyperinflation. And yeah, people with guns started ruling the territory because there were all these like no gun zones. So the crooks just fucking ruled. People were running out of food. They were running out of toilet paper. That's a constant problem. If you have rags and can wash them, I guess that would be a solution. But people were eating their pets, their cats and their dogs. In Ukraine, weren't people even eating human limbs and stuff? Okay, not to scare anybody. That would be a worst case scenario if the dollar were to hyperinflate, in which case you can still exchange it, but eggs might cost not just $4, a 400% increase as far as my area seems to show it. They used to be like $1 a dozen, you know. What upsets me about that is we can raise chickens within the city limits here, but we can't get that shit on the shelf. But anybody like Bill Gates, who might have 1 million chickens, doesn't know shit about farming, some rich asshole who it's not enough to be rich. You got to take everybody's food too, maybe so you can just look like some good guy who gets to give it back when we're finally starving because of this possible inflation crisis that we could experience. So the note that I saw on the Facebook was that Donald Trump is already backpedaling on whether or not he can bring prices down. And that pretty much fits what I thought might be coming instead of hyperinflation and the collapse of the dollar. I don't like this idea, but it pretty much would pave the way for a Roman system worldwide. And Rome sucks. USA, this is a Christian nation. We vouch for the little guy. Put some money in his pocket. He counts just as much as you. I don't care if you're rich. You got to get in line like everybody else. Yeah, we have it. We've got it figured out. I'm not all about like suppressing classes of people, which is what I think is going to happen. They walk us along in this inflation. They're costing our right to participate, is what they're doing. So if you care about your kid and you want them to have that experience getting older, they're going to get their license, maybe get a car, their first cell phone. Echo the fucking criticism that I try to put forward that I don't hear anywhere else. I'll be all around the dark like Tom Joad, so I don't really care. But I do wonder if I'm like, I want to fight the good fight, not the wrong fight. So you're welcome for my service. I think it's important to defend your right to be wrong about shit. And I'll be wrong about stuff if that will make people feel more welcome to participate. Because right now it's touchy. People don't feel like they can engage political discussions. For example, there's this company. I can't tell if I want to work for this certain company or if I just want to bang the recruiter. Pretty sure I would really like to do both. More important to my goals would be the company employment, so I can go and score the money that I would need to look after my family like I always wanted to. I don't want to stick my parents in a home. I want to pay for a private caretaker. I say that to say I don't know who's friend or foe. I know Anthony Fauci ain't no fucking friend to humanity. That disgusting son of a bitch. Anyway, here's what I will try. This is just a helpful picture. Instead of the dollar collapsing, if we get walked along in this inflation that prices you out of a cell phone or a car or just capability, transportation, yeah, scooters, that's more environmentally friendly. Or it's just got you confined to your local area. So if this were the situation and it were perfectly manageable for the little guy in this here Christian nation that we live in, he's got his chance to climb the ladder, right? The ladder on the left. But if you were only as tall as your money, then Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Donald Trump and a bunch of rich assholes can afford to stretch the rungs on the ladder, and we can't even climb. A lot of times the red tape only does as much as that. Why can't I slap a sticker on my car and call myself a taxi? Ooh, you're dangerous, you get an inspection, and you even as a civilian need that. I'm getting hit with a wheel tax on my registration, a $40 wheel tax. How can we make it more expensive to get a sticker? Anyhow, property taxes. Do you get more land? No. But the land becomes more expensive. What are you paying more money for the same thing? Why don't we complain about sending our money to Washington, D.C.? Do they spend it better than us? Hell fucking no. So, I don't know. I woke up, I got a little upset because it's like, if we can overproduce corn syrup for mega farmers like Bill Gates, who wants to be a farmer now. Sorry, Bill Gates. You're a dick. Then we overproduce soda even for a long time. I don't know if it's still the case, but soda would be cheaper than water. How does that make sense? It's water plus a bunch of shit in a process. And it's cheaper? We overproduce the corn. Many people know this. We overproduce the corn. The government gives money to big farmers. They make it look like they're giving subsidies to like the little farmer. They give it to the big ass farmer who produces way more corn than we fucking need, so we can put corn syrup in everything. Probably the same with a lot of the oils, the seed oils, cottonseed oil, rapeseed oil, soybean oil, whatever else. That shit, it brings the prices down. You're gonna tell me we can't, it's supply and demand, you know? More supply, well, no, we gotta offload this stuff. Let's lower the prices. We can't overproduce in this modern age when one single farmer, motherfucker, can feed, they say, well, the estimates vary, but you can safely say more than 150 people worldwide and annually can one farmer feed. And we can't oversupply chicken and egg. We can farm chicken right here in the city. We get instead access to these fucked up eggs from these mutant fucking chickens. And that's what's affordable. It's on the shelf. Meanwhile, I might have neighbors around here raising chickens. Can they put a sign out in front that says, you know, we got a surplus and you can get your eggs for $1 for a dozen or something reasonable like it was? We can't overproduce chicken and egg, just like corn syrup and seed oils that make that hurt our health and get us frustrated at each other, make us feel all shitty. It's unacceptable, especially in this modern day. I mean, do it to America. We should have been spreading around the world our standard that everybody can have a car and a phone and a home and food. You get they're criminalizing homelessness. You price people out of participation. Throw them out there, now they're just a sitting duck who whether they want the interaction or not. I remember living in my car and they don't do it in this state, but in the state I was in, the police, I'm in the car, right? There's other people in their car. It's a parking lot. It's the Walmart parking lot. They're gonna come up to my window wanting my ID and stuff. Like, you need to have a reason to be talking to me. Otherwise, go and get everyone who sits in their car for a minute and go get their ID. But no, it's because, I don't know, I'm there too long or something. You want to know who I am? Ooh, you got any warrants or something? I need to have broken a crime, broken a law, you know? There needs to be an actual crime. I shouldn't even have to talk to your fucking ass. Know that about DUI or OWI checkpoints. You cannot get pulled over for no reason at all. You didn't do anything. You don't got to talk to those fuckers. Of course, you'll look suspicious then, but they'll have to break the law to pry into your business. Anyhow, I don't want to get priced out of participation. I don't think we get scared by the idea of the dollar collapsing or the hyperinflation, which you've seen. There are African countries, they'd have like currency, like wheelbarrows full of fucking currency, or like $1 trillion bills that are like worth less than our dollar. If they walk us along, Jordan Peterson, I'm just gonna call out fucking everybody. And I actually like that guy. I do believe he's mostly honest. But he's talking about, I don't like how they make it look for what a free people is. Oh, give people their freedom and they become materialistic and hedonistic and they just can't handle it. Whole world's probably looking at us, wondering how we're gonna fuck this up and lose our freedom for everybody. Jordan Peterson was talking about, oh, well, people feel burdened by how many choices they have. Like, you go to the shampoo aisle, apparently he gets all freaked out by all his options. He can't really bear it. I'm sorry there, Mr. Professor Peterson, but you're affiliated with people I don't think I trust. But maybe there are people who want to get into that position and have a good influence and negotiate with sinister influences, as Abraham Lincoln put it. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not, but I don't want to fail to say what no one else seems to be saying. I don't want to get priced out of participation. The next generation's they're gonna end up getting the situation that we allowed to happen. They walk us along little by little, so if you can't handle all the options in the fucking shampoo aisle, well, imagine if it were like the professor suggested, this intellectual suggested, that we should only have 3 maybe options. Maybe we don't want 20 options for shampoos. Maybe we just want 3. So, rich person family number 1, rich person family number 2, rich person family number 3. Give us all the options available to us. Maybe there's a $10 shampoo, so some of us probably can't afford shampoo already. But that one gives you only a reasonable amount of cancer. Then maybe there's a $15 shampoo that will give it to you slower, and then a $20 shampoo that might not have the sulfates that will cause your hair loss. So you get a nice prominent 5 head like me, which I like because I'm a writer. I think it works. Even though with the hair, I like to contain the hair. I don't always use shampoo. There are other remedies. Toothpaste as well. Try spices. See, oregano, it's acidic, but turmeric is alkaline. You want to decalcify your pineal gland? Turmeric. And then get away from that fluoride. Also, this though. If there's fluoride in the water because it's healthy for your teeth, well, why do you need toothpaste? Yeah, I know I'm a dirty fucking hippie, but I think I'm a cleaner vessel than anyone who's gonna follow advice from Anthony Fauci. Fucking experts. Okay. Anyway, I was upset to see Trump is selling himself on his 2016 record, which we made fun of him as a personality. We had problems with shit he said, not really always shit that he did, even though, I mean, we take him to court for bullshit fucking reasons, and now he's effectively defrauded the fucking people. Now we need to take him to court. Now. Because we're not getting who we picked. I didn't pick this motherfucker this time. I voted for him the year that he lost. And if you voted for Biden, then you're just as stupid as me. I anyhow want to like every president, and I pretty much do, even though I hate them too. I have a love-hate thing with all of them. You could probably say, I think I would say, that 2016 Trump might have been the best president since like Theodore Roosevelt. And I don't like Franklin. Maybe I don't, I do like Theodore Roosevelt. I want to like these guys. I like Obama and Biden and Bush. In fact, even as far as candidates go in my lifetime, the only people I don't like were Hillary, Romney, and Kerry. But if you made him my president and I saw enough of him, maybe I would like him. But anyway, we gave Kamala the same treatment this time that Trump used to get. We made fun of her personally and then blamed her for not talking about policy. Surely she's got some ideas about policy. Anyway, look. You understand what I'm saying about the inflation? Do you see the price of eggs? Eggs. How essential can it get? We can't increase the supply to exceed the demand and bring that price back down. Donald Trump don't know how to do that. Why don't you ask this fucking idiot what we should do when people are fucking hatching eggs all over the town? They can't even get probably a cleaner egg. They can't get that shit on the shelf, nor can they put a sign out that says, come buy eggs from me. Why not? Why isn't that my risk to take? If I want to print out a menu and call myself a restaurant, shouldn't it be your risk? If you want to eat what I cook for you, which I tell you, I'm a pretty good cook. Little guy ain't gonna be able to reach the rungs on the ladder, man. And you know what? We'll defend that that's how it should be. Because, oh, I can still reach, I can still clear these hurdles. Good for you. You should care that that too many people can't. The water is rising. The water is rising. Does anybody steal and copy my shit? Copy this thing about the inflation. And that stuff about the in-group, out-group bias. Because we pretty much, without an education in critical thinking, we just look at, we totally conflate race with economic disparity. Because we created an impoverished class, left people in the Stone Age as the modern world stood up and factory production started out. What am I seeing? Birds? My blinds are kind of, I can't really see it. What am I seeing? Okay, whatever. Okay, so I don't know if there's much, I don't know if this is an especially pointful presentation, but if it doesn't collapse, it'll run away on us. And they're criminalizing homelessness. Kamila was talking, she was talking about blaming landlords. You know, it's the fucking taxes. She was talking about blaming landlords for the rent being so high. The fucking landlord is paying more and more on the property taxes. And especially if they do something to improve the quality of their property. People who actually own property, which I don't, I have like a computer. And it's shitty anyway. But imagine you want to put up a shed or something, you know, you want to clear some trees or make it just nicer. Not only do you have to invest into doing it, but now we're going to charge you for having done it. We don't reward gumption. Is that the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. We don't reward, we punish people. And they're glad to get punished if they can handle the lesser punishment than the person beneath them. As some marker to their fitness. Oh, you can't clear the same hurdles. You ain't shit. Yeah, well, where are you getting your money from? Are you printing it yourself, or does somebody have to give it to you? How much skill is actually involved? Do you simply occupy a seat somewhere? A spot? People must see what I'm saying, but I hate for necessities to, like, $4 for eggs, that's a 400% increase. It was just a few years ago, they were $1 a dozen. We can't oversupply chicken and egg. That's ridiculous. That's not realistic. Supply and demand, come on. Fundamental shit, basic shit. Stupid people like me can argue about this. You can argue about it too. I don't know shit about economics, right? I know what little I know. But I mean, there are basics. And you're going to tell me people aren't producing, or people won't produce, or people are lazy, that's why there's more and more homeless? There's more and more homeless because the prices are running away on us. Man, it's hard being homeless. I mean, you need a shower, you need to go to the interview, you need a phone contact number, you gotta go to the library. Hopefully the librarian's not a bitch because you look like a poor person or something, because you need to use the computer to have a job in the first place. Jeez, it's hard for those people. Too many people are proud that they're not in that position. Anyway, I don't know, this wasn't like I said, I'm feeling shitty. But I keep wanting to draw this one up, and it's so simple. I feel like it's just such a simple way to explain what might be happening. And I don't know, will I ever do any damn good? I don't know. I'm afraid of the consequences of what can happen if we have bad leadership. Because the authoritarian label has been on the Trump package the entire time. Like we were supposed to know. If he doesn't he wasn't running on deporting people before. This crisis has gone on for decades. And it seems like it's on purpose. Yeah, well, okay. So, yeah, the world is a disturbing place, right? Well, vouch for the little guy. Are you a good Christian? Are you a good American? You know, stick up for the least of us. The Roman system will have it. There are some people way up here, like gods, and people way down here, like fucking animals. This should be the system. If a worldwide government is almost inevitable, I'd like to see the United States of Mexico, United States of Canada, United States of Thailand, United States of China, United States of Japan, United States of New Zealand, United States of Australia, United States everywhere. Free world. Better than Rome. I don't know if anyone's on my side. You know the X-Men? Those motherfuckers would be useless on their own. In fact, they're gonna get ganged up on and they're just gonna be treated like fucking freaks. If only someone could bring them together. And it's a professor. If not a pastor, it's a professor named Xavier. I don't know if there's any good guys anyway. I anyhow want to do my damage. I want to stick up for the lowest. Like, you're still valid. You're still fucking valid. No one owns you. You can't own the population. I just feel like we keep getting closer to what I worry about. At least it wouldn't collapse, though, if we just stretch it this way, but little by little, we're getting walked along. Well, okay, time to draw the line here somewhere on what I'm saying. I just always feel like there might be something more to say. I'm really fortunate in my situation. This country is great. Why should there be a housing shortage? You know how long a building stands? It's not like one person's lifetime and then the thing falls down. Like, you can get like 3 generations in one standing home. Oh. Yeah, it shouldn't be like, there should be no shortage. All this scarcity, and then we blame people who find themselves in scarcity. Oh, they misuse their money. Hey, if you don't have an oven or a stove, you don't have a fridge, you can't buy the big bundle of beef or whatever. You gotta buy shit that's pre-cooked for you. And then you can't store it, really. You're gonna end up eating bologna from the fucking dollar store or something, you know what I mean? And that's, you can't drive, so that's what's around. And we defend that people are broke, they ain't shit. There's more and more broke fucking people. I met good people at the homeless shelter. I met a man, he was from Waukegan, Illinois. He was a black cowboy. He had a mustache, his was like neat looking. Did his cowboy hat thing. He was kind of a fucking cool guy. He was there with his family. I think his house had been foreclosed on. And then you end up in that situation. People treat you like shit. Like people who staff such a place. The authoritarian personality comes out, man. You were only allowed to get during COVID 1 warning, I think, for having your mask off. You're living in there with people and stuff. And like me and some handful of bums were in the day room, like watching the news or something. This lady was garbage. and I'm pretty sure she's still there. Trash. She's like, anybody who doesn't have their mask all the way up just got there one warning. Like, they want to kick people out and then take people in and profit from the intake numbers. So I've heard they can afford more grant money by making vacancy. Did I ever mention Will from Chicago? Chicago! Motherfuckers are loud. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm from Chicago. Nothing against Chicago, I love them. There seems to be maybe, is that where many maybe seem to be coming from? We have good shelters here. And, well, Will was a good dude. He was. He was just like, he was loud, he's vibrant, you know? And, dude, he got kicked out for wearing his slippers to the bathroom. They kicked him out for that. Like, I don't know what kind of assumptions they have about what kind of guy he is or something. But I knew him a little more personally, and he was one of the good guys. He was like a good young man. You're going to make his life hard? Maybe turn him into trash and just say, yeah, see, we knew he was trash. He can't even get a shot. I have a solution for homelessness that I think I should present too. Will it go anywhere? I don't know. Fine. I don't know. I hope so. You know, okay, I'll say as much as this. Instead of profiting from a head count, these people you have to feed, jails, hospitals, all this shit. Okay, we're gonna tally the fucking numbers, afford more funding from more people who we need to pay for. Well, that don't make no sense. These are people who could be making money for you, and instead they're costing you, and more and more and more, they're getting sucked up by the system. The beast will eat us all, I tell you. You watch that mental health fucking crisis. Remember during COVID, people selling each other out like, oh, I hate that neighbor, and they have 3 people within a 16-foot room over there. I'm gonna call the fucking cops, you know? Yeah, that's in your interest, you retard. It's like the Stasi police state. It's like the Salem witch trials. It's like the Catholic Inquisitions. That will have to be a separate thing, because I wanted to mostly just warn about something like the inflation. See, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, 50 Cent. 50 Cent's got his own fucking city. That shit hasn't happened like that since, like, I don't know how that works yet. I'm just talking about rich people, that's all. You just say, like, you better rich. Yeah, you're immediately more popular if you're rich. Well, that's not the point of the song anyway. It makes me feel like a fucking G, and I'm not one. But, I mean, those motherfuckers can climb the ladder if they keep stretching it. A big time taxi company, they can afford more and more and more regulation. It almost helps them. All it does is eliminate the competition, and now we got a monopoly. Was it Milton Friedman who said that there hadn't really been any monopoly that ever stood up without help from the government? See, we don't have free markets. We don't have capitalism. That would be great. We don't have that. We have the halfway system. We got a little socialism and a little bit of capitalism. We've got, hey, we're going to take money from everybody. Everybody send your money to Washington, D.C. so we can spend it responsibly. And we're going to make sure family farmers get what they need. Instead, they give it to fucking guys like Bill Gates. And the little guy can't get his fucking product on the shelf to begin with. He cannot clear all those hurdles. And his product's probably better. I would like Bill Gates to give the food back to the people. All your fucking assets, you should just relinquish that and give it to the people in this great philanthropic effort to create a bunch of farmers instead of you being one. But will you? Probably not. Do you care? Nah. But if you needed to feed your fucking family, you would. Not that they don't need to feed their family, it's just that they can take it for granted. I hope the last shall be first. I hope this fucking... The pyramid's already upside down. This is not stable. These sons of bitches. I'm rambling. I'm not making good videos, am I? This isn't what I do. I write these things. And then I don't go off on tangents that I can't tie back. Because in writing, I can see which loose ends need to be tied up. And if the tangent doesn't come back to my point, then I can just simply not go down the tangent. Otherwise, in speech, I'm pretty much freestyling through these videos. And I'm sorry if I ever seem like I'm rambling, but it's because it seems that maybe the tangent will enhance the point. But then I might forget what that tangent was hanging off of. But and I ain't even talking to anybody anyway. But if I am, and maybe there are people borrowing from me, please borrow the right things. Please echo the call. Don't pretend you give a fuck if you don't. Don't diminish the point, man. All right. Okay. Thank you for your time.